Read it, adults. What's a crucial insight about the real world that every teenager should be aware of? Going out and failing at something can teach you more than successes or studying theory. If you choose to see failures as opportunities for growth, not giving a fuck what other people think, and just doing what you want to do is way more fulfilling and enjoyable than doing what other people say you should enjoy doing. Go be weird. It's fun. Money is a means to an end, not an end in itself. Don't lose sight of the why behind your grind. Sometimes people think it don't be like it is, but it do. Don't judge anyone on their appearance. Many people hide their insecurity by wearing expensive clothes, driving expensive cars, or living in expensive houses. They may live their lives in debt, which is biting them in their ass. Many successful and wealthy people don't bother with how they look or come across, and may not feel they have to prove anything to anybody. What really matters is how true you are to yourself, and treat everyone in the way you wish to be treated. Some workplaces hide behind small business or family values to abuse you. Work shouldn't be stressful enough, where when you get home you're still sad and furious or so tired you can enjoy your time off. If you stress the moments before shift and hate that drive to work, you can look for another job. Especially as a teen, you're probably making under $20 at an entry-level job. There are so many restaurants and retail and etc. to choose from. Most people are finding life hard, at least in some ways. Finding things hard and struggling with something is the norm, not the exception. You just have to deal with it and understand that you're not more important than other people because you're struggling. You shouldn't take it out on other people or expect others to make allowances for you. And it's 100% your responsibility to be a decent person even when you're having a hard time. The lack of guidance. As a young person, most expectations placed upon you come with guidance and education, people who tell you what you need to do, how to do it, where to go for help. And you'll get reminders read nagging. This is not true as an adult. Your expectations will increase dramatically over time, but you will largely not have anyone guiding you, helping you, or giving you reminders. It is easy to get sucked into an echo chamber and lose yourself. Much of our social and parasocial relationships are based in our ability to join and meld into a group and share their values and thoughts. It is important to really be able to distinguish your thoughts and values from those present to you. You can adopt what you wish, but think it through before you do. Thinking of doing something and actually doing it are two different things. If doing was as easy as thinking, there are over 8 billion people living on Earth right now, and around 117 billion have lived. They would have done it before you. Just see why something hasn't been done yet, and that will give you the starting point on doing it. Like, honesty is the best policy, and crime doesn't pay. The fact of the matter is that exploitation of resources and opportunities are how people get ahead in life, and that includes other people. Do with that what you will, but make sure that if you're being exploited, you're getting something in return. No one will seriously care about anything HS related once you leave. It is okay to not go to college. Trade schools can lead to great careers. The world is not out to get you. Stop being a victim and find the good in life. Bad teachers are not an excuse to try less. If anything, try harder. No one owes you anything. Work for it. Control things in your control. Try not to worrying too much about shit you can't control. Also, get into a habit of exercising and dealing with the repercussions of being sedentary. Not even that fat, but my joints, nerves, and tendons are all shit because I didn't use them. Learn from others' mistakes so you don't have to make them. People are very good at faking it in every domain of life, whether it be socially, professionally, or anything else. So don't let yourself be intimidated by slightly more experienced people, and don't let that discourage you from pursuing anything. The quicker you'll understand that, the more confident you'll become in life. Nobody cares about your own future more than you do. By all means, accumulate people in your life. When you find good people as friends and romantic partners, it makes your life full and they can help. that ultimately you will need to wipe your own ass every day, so to speak. You can't rely on others to make you happy. As a male, once you reach adulthood, no one is coming to save you. You are expected to be competent and self-sufficient. It can feel cold and harsh. However, the best thing you can do is embrace it with optimism and gratitude that the world perceives you that way. Go out there and exceed their expectations. Other people think about you far less frequently than you imagine they do. Use it to your advantage and don't be preoccupied by what other people might think. The flip side of that is don't be a huge ass because you give zero fucks about other people's opinions. That's taking it too far the other way. With a few exceptions, it is okay to be offended by something. Your sensibilities do not trump another's right to say do something. You will find life much easier if you remove yourself from the situation versus trying to stop someone from saying something that bothers you. Everyone is just trying to make it home to their families. So, people don't really care what other people are doing. Bullying doesn't end at school. If you're a target, you need to figure something out because it will continue in the workplace. Sometimes worse than in school. Politicians aren't your friends. They are lying sociopaths who will do and say absolutely anything possible to secure their power. None of them is really on your side. Your neighbor is much more like you than any of the politicians. You don't have to decide what you're going to do for the rest of your life while you're still in high school. People change careers all the damn time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't start my career until I was almost 40. You're probably gonna fail a lot until you succeed. And the path that you thought your life was gonna follow will look much different in reality. Never get too confident cocky. But never get too defeated either. Your boss doesn't care that you broke with your partner and that you are upset. Come to work and do your job with a smile on your face or there will be real-world consequences. Cry on your own time. Very few people actually truly care for you. Even fewer will help without the expectation of anything in turn. In a nutshell, you're going to be on your own and you need to put yourself first. Yes, you have to spend most of your life working 40 or more hours a week just to survive. Yes, we were all pissy about it at your age. Yes, we all got over it and accepted it. So will you. If it seems too good to be true, it's a 99.99999 chance that it is. Run away. Never forget that those casinos in Vegas weren't built with the winner's money, and you are not special. You know how sometimes you think to yourself, when I'm an adult, I have my own place, I'll be able to do whatever I want. Make sure whatever you want includes doing the dishes. There's nothing real about it. It's how people choose to behave via their credence in social contract or overarching political and economic narratives they internalize. It sucks. Being an adult sucks. We spent our childhood saying we can't wait till we're grown up, and it's a fucking letdown. Moral of the story: enjoy your childhood. Nobody is going to hand you anything on a silver platter. If you want something, make sure the goal is realistic. Set your mind to it and work on achieving it. The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. Bertrand Russell. There are a lot of assholes on Reddit asking questions, and then using bots to upvote them. So they have 30 karma the moment they're posted. You won't magically become independent at 18. Yes, by law, you can vote and are in control of your own life, but you're still a child mentally. Making fun of people or being unkind is not funny, cool or interesting. It is the surest sign of insecurity and a red flag to good people. Most things in life require efforts, sometimes physical, sometimes intellectual, sometimes emotional. But the rewards are usually worth it. Most people change careers every decade or so. Don't fret about getting it right when you're young, since you're likely to change anyway. It's never too late. Almost everything that feels like if I don't do it now, everything is ruined is nonsense. You've got some time. Nobody owes you anything. The system and the people who run it are not to be trusted or relied upon. Don't put your faith into them. It doesn't matter how hard you work. If you don't get good enough results, literally no one cares about the effort you put in. You're probably a bigger asshole than you think, and it'd benefit you to orient yourself towards kindness as much as you can. It's okay to not follow everyone else. Also learn how to do your own taxes and do them as soon as you get your tax forms. No one cares about you or your feelings. Until someone does. But that's only because they want something from you. When shit really hits the fan, most people you love will disperse quick. Those that stand by you, pay attention to them. I'm all for respecting your elders. But just because someone is older than you doesn't mean they are wiser than you. You don't have everything figured out when you become an adult. In fact, you live with some uncertainty every day. For me, during high school, learning how to learn is more important than anything you're actually learning. If she plays off not talking to you digitally because her mic is broken and you're getting catfished, no one knows anything, and you shouldn't listen to random advice from the internet given out of context. You are the main character in your story, but you are not even an afterthought to 8 billion people. Employers don't care about you. They care about what they get out of you. They are not your family. You can always change who you are, and however others see you mustn't define the way you are. Nobody knows what they are doing. We aren't really as on top of it as teenager thing. Failure is an option, and perfection isn't cared about as much as you might think. You can't make everyone happy, nor should you try. You first and fuck the rest. Nobody gives a shit about you, and nobody is obligated to. Deal with it. You won't just be able to turn on your work ethic when it matters. Choose your battles. Some battles are not worth the lost energy.